You've probably seen the rise of soft tones, bold, vintage florals, delicate fonts, and just overall ultra pink energy taking over your Pinterest feed lately, right? That aesthetic, it's called Coquette. And in this video, I'm going to break it down for you. We're going to look at what defines the Coquette style, and I'm going to walk you through a Coquette poster I designed entirely in Kittl, this time from scratch. And yes, the full editorial project is linked in the description below, so you can start creating your own. Oh, and we made a Coquette themed playlist on our Spotify account, so if you want to have the full experience, go check that out, follow us on our Spotify, and save that playlist so you can get into the vibe. It's great for designing. I personally love designing, listening to music, so we got you, we got you. So what is the Coquette style? Very trendy, very famous, you've probably heard of that. In short, it's a style that celebrates romance, softness, and nostalgia, but with a playful, flirty twist. It mixes romance and elegance with a little bit of irony because it can definitely be kitschy, and I think that's super fun. You see influences from vintage stationery and handwritten elements and notes and typography, a color palette full of blush, cream, dusty pinks, and pale peach. Common elements like bowls, florals, pearls, hearts, stars, bunnies, soft illustrations, and surprising, a lot of pastries and cakes. I mean, it's a little bit Victorian too, so it makes sense. So let's look at the Coquette poster I designed. It's playful, it's dreamy, and it's just the right amount of over the top, you know? The goal here was to lean into that nostalgia vibe. It's sweet, it's charming, and it's a little bit cheeky. And I'll walk you through everything, all of the elements I used and where to find them inside the Kittl editor and how to basically put together that kind of project. So the first two things, that was four. So the first two things that probably caught your eye on this project were the color scheme and the typography. They're very popping, they're very bold. However, I do want to leave color for last. So let's jump straight into typography for now. It was very clear in my head that I was going to pair a serif font and a script font because they're both font types that speak to that style, that are very Coquette style, and they can go very well together if you know how to pair them. So I just thought that was perfect. I was like, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. A serif and a script for a Coquette poster, that's it. Like, I got this, I got this. I ended up choosing luxurious script. Not gonna lie, it's my favorite script. It's my favorite script font, in Kittl at least. It's perfect for every occasion. I think it's my all-time favorite script font with I have like a few ones that have the sentimental value to me, but luxurious script, it's really good.
She's really good.
If you've seen my videos designing something, you've probably seen me using this font before. And I paired it with France's Super Soft. I also loved this serif font because it's bold in the corners, so it's more like soft and whimsical and a little bit playful. It's not like a serious serif font. You know how serif fonts can be tough if they're really sharp and square, they're a little bit scary. I love giving emotions to fonts because that's the whole point of typography. It's amazing. And anyways, it's not like a Times New Roman type of serif. It's a soft type of serif, if that makes sense. I know that makes sense. I know that makes sense. It's the psychology behind typography. That's why typography is so important.
Period, sis.
And they create this little nice contrast together, and that's a main point for pairing fonts. You gotta find the balance and you gotta find the contrast. So I thought this font combo was just perfect for this specific use case. Now let's talk elements. So I straight up looked for elements that we see a lot in the Coquette style. So like ribbons, bowls. Low-key, there's so many ribbons in Kittl. And cakes, for some reasons, are a big element in the Coquette design style. I just found this most adorable, like 50s editorial, like cake illustrations that I looked at this and I was like, I just have to use it. They're perfect. They're perfect. They're perfect for what I want. However, I still try to be faithful to my own design style and to my own taste and likings. I have personality. So, you know, I like a little bit of texture. I always like do something to make my design a little bit crunchy. So I vectorized the cake illustration for a threshold effect, and I thought that turned out super cool and interesting and textured. It's more flat, yes, but it's more textured. And then I added some little lipstick kiss marks and some stars to give it a flirty, playful touch to the layout. And just because like it was missing something, so this specific poster, it's not a poster that I wanted to have a lot of empty white space on it. So I needed elements to cover that white space. Let's not get into the white space conversation because it's a whole topic. It's like, yes, you need white space for some designs, but not for others. Less is more, but more is more. It's a whole topic, it's a whole conversation. Now let's break it down step by step, the intertwined effect that I've created for the main text. As you can see, it looks like the S on the word sweet and the S on the word short are a little bit hooked, they're intertwined. And that was really easy to make, but it can be a little bit tricky to explain, so I'm gonna need you to pay a little bit of attention. It's easy, I swear, but it's hard to explain in words, so bear with me. I started with two texts, one for sweet and one for short, as you can see. Then I added an outline to the word short, and what I did was I actually duplicated the word short, Command C, Command V, or Control C, Control V, and stacked them on top of each other, so both shorts are like on the same position. The word short on the bottom, we're going to add a thicker, a bigger outline that is going to be the same color as the background. And for the top word short, we're going to add a thinner outline. As you can see, it's already added. Anyways, we're gonna have a thinner outline on the top one. Now we're going to grab the letter S from the word sweet and have it just the letter S and stack it on top of the letter S that it's part of the word sweet. So pay attention to what I'm doing to the screen and you'll understand. So they're aligned. Make sure you grab the word sweet, the text sweet, and send it all the way to the back of the design. So you're gonna need to have the letter S on the top. Then from here, it's really simple. You're gonna click on the little eraser button, then you're gonna rasterize just the letter S, and then you're going to erase some parts to create this intertwined effect. See how it looks like they're hooked together? Some parts of the letter S are on the top, but some parts are on the back. So it looks like they're hooked together. They're like, you know? Look like they're, yeah. Look like they're intertwined and hooked together, and it's a really nice effect. So you raise the chunk a little bit, and there you go. You have the effect. It's pretty cool, it's pretty simple. I hope I was able to explain that. Okay, moving on. Obviously, we cannot wrap this design up without textures. Textures. Certified texture user. So let's see what we have in the paper texture selection. I chose this one because it looks good. But play around with textures, play around with blending modes. Creative freedom to all. Okay, great, that looks cool. Now, finally, color-wise. The main color palette is made up of soft pinks, cream, and this chocolate brown. It's classic Coquette tones. But I also made a variation. I included two versions, one with a warm pink background and one with the neutral parchment tone. So you can choose your vibe or use both. I love both. I love when one design has different color variations. I said it. Wow, she's so different. So there you go. That's our Coquette poster. I'm gonna leave the link to the project in the description below, so you can go ahead and play around with the elements, remix the design however you want. You can go ahead and change the code, try a new color palette, swap the elements, maybe make it a little bit minimal, tone down a little bit if that's your thing. If you think this one is too much, maybe you can tone up and put more elements and like be more playful and be more fun. So you do you. Yeah, have fun. Coquette might look as just an aesthetic trend, but it's much more than that. It's a lifestyle. No, I'm kidding. No, but it is. But it's also full of personality. It's about designing with softness and care, but without losing your sense of confidence and clarity. If you're into vintage visuals or romantic design styles, or you just wanna, I don't know, do something completely different from your design style, I suggest that you give Coquette a go. And if you wanna build your own Coquette designs from scratch or not, Kittl is the best place to start. You can play around with typography, texture, element, templates. You basically don't need anything else to get started, so check out the link in the description and start designing today. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Kittl's YouTube channel so you don't miss future design breakdowns like this. But also, I want to know from you, what do you think of the Coquette aesthetic? Leave a comment down below. Is it your thing? Is it not? Is it your vibes? Is it too much for you? I don't know, let's discuss, let's talk design in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!